Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I appreciate you all. I am doing another giveaway at 11,000 subscribers, so make sure that you are subscribed and you comment if you want to be in the running for that. Thank you again to everybody who likes, shares, subscribes, comments, and books readings with me. And if you do want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. That is the only way to get in contact with me. And if anybody tries to solicit you in the comments, it is absolutely not me. So, with that in mind, what do you need to know right now? We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Take a moment, figure out which one feels right to you. We're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number 1s. Pile number 1, my gorgeous darlings. What do you need to know right now? What do you need to know right now? We have the King of Wands. Ooh, 2 wands. We have the Devil and the Star. So I feel like there is a choice between some kind of unhealthy cycle or attachment and healing. We have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a little bit of an optimist card. It could be about communicating. Let's talk about this King of Wands. King of Wands is the King of Passion. This could be about you going after something that you are inspired to do. Clarity on the King of Wands. 6 of Coins. I feel like in going after what is important to you, make sure that there's some kind of equal give and take. So make sure that there's some kind of generosity that flows both ways. Clarity on the Devil. Knight of Swords. Feel like when dealing with anything that is maybe an unhealthy attachment for you, maybe something that might keep you a little bit stuck, you're being asked to make a logical action. Clarity on the Star. Hope, healing, wish fulfillment. There is going to be a brand new beginning for you. Something that I feel like moving away from things that maybe you're attached to but aren't good for you. I feel like it's going to lead to healing. It's going to lead to a new start, something where there can be real stability. Clarity on the Page of Wands. And clarity on the Page of Wands. More Page of Wands. So, the Page of Wands is optimism, starting on a new journey with some optimism. So, what you need to know right now, pile number 1, that there is a brand new beginning for you, something that is generous to you, something that maybe requires some generosity from you. Clarity on the Knight of Swords. Choose wisely. In your available choices, there is going to be something that is unhealthy for you. The universe can't make you not pick that. So part of what you need to be paying attention to is about like what you're choosing right now, and whether what you're choosing is healthy for you. knowing that there is a healthy, good choice, a new beginning for you, something that leads to wish fulfillment and healing. But if you make unhealthy choices, you're probably going to come back to the same unhealthy thing. What do you need to know right now? King of Swords. Right now is a time to act logically, to make logical decisions. Some of those logical decisions are going to lead towards your healing, are going to lead towards your wish fulfillment. We have the Nine of Pentacles. You have some kind of new beginning where you are stable, where you are steady, where you are in a place where you are far too abundant to allow anybody to take away from that abundance. Anything else the gorgeous and talented pile needs to know, pile one needs to know right now? Don't let social media confuse you. You're just where you need to be. Other people don't need to live with the consequences of your decisions, but you are going to have to. So before you think about what everybody else is doing, make sure that you're paying attention to whether it would be healthy for you. What do you need to know right now, pile number one? That there is a new chapter for you. There is, you know, if you choose wisely, there is a new chapter for you. What do you need to know, pile number one? Eos, light. So, I feel like wish fulfillment is going to be from healing, shining your light, but also making practical and, you know, a practical new beginning and taking logical decisions. So just know that making practical and logical decisions while being somewhat optimistic seem to be good things that are taking you in the right direction. But know that, again, some of, like, you could fall into toxicity, you could fall into attachments that, you know, are hard to let go of, but are not healthy. So I feel like right now it seems to be a time to concentrate on self-worth, childhood, home. Remember where you're from and who you really are. Do not forget the light, the beauty of who you really are. Who you were before the world got to you. And know that I think that there can be some kind of return to innocence here. So we have the rat. Because we have the devil, like, be careful of people who are sneaky. If you're doing something and you feel like you need to be sneaky about it, it's probably not the thing that you should be doing. We have heartbreak. But we also have an ending of negative cycles. So I feel like dealing with sneaky people or acting sneaky because you don't want to give up something you know is unhealthy for you. I feel like those things add up to heartbreak for you. But we do have an end of a cycle, a successful end of a cycle so that you can have new beginnings, so you can have something that is stable. Because the Ace of Pentacles came up multiple times. There's some kind of stable new beginning for you, but that is going to come from a place of having ended negative cycles. There is the Hand, so it's important to think about what your own responsibility is. What your responsibility isn't is other people's choices. But your choices are your responsibility. And I feel like there's some kind of journey to bring you to the self-worth, to you not forgetting who you are, for you not forgetting your value, for you being in a place where you are so good with yourself that people just that you're okay with people adding to your life but not taking away from it. We have the Sun. The Sun is blessings, joy, happiness, good times. So be careful and choose wisely, because there might be some options that still might be unhealthy for you. But I see a new beginning for you. I see happiness. I see wish fulfillment. So instead of just thinking about how other people are going to view you or what other people are doing, it's a lot less important than, making sure that you're treating yourself in the self-worth that you're really truly worthy of. So I hope that this helped you. I appreciate you. If you want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. If you want to be part of my giveaway, just make sure that you are, I'll be doing it at 11,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. Thank you again, my gorgeous angels. And it's time for pile number 2. Pile number 2, my gorgeous angels. What do you need to know right now? King of Coins. 2 of Wands. The Chariot. You have a decision in front of you that looks like it'll lead to success and abundance. We have 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands can be coming from a place of being tired, being overwhelmed, having fought very hard for something. I feel like this is the thing that you need to be careful of. Not that you shouldn't defend yourself, but are you letting in opportunity? Are you letting yourself win? Because you have a decision on what you do going forward. And I feel like the 9 of Pentacles might be just too defensive energy. Yeah, we have the Queen of Hearts. There may be a fear about being emotionally vulnerable, emotionally open. But I feel like there's this opportunity that's going to lead to 2 blessings for you. Clarity on the 2 of Wands. On the decision going forward, when I pulled it, I felt like do some research. Because the Page of Swords is somebody who is using their head, observing. And I feel like there's something that's going to be observable that'll help you make the best decision. Clarity on the King of Pentacles. Ooh. There's kind of a choice of being the King of Pentacles or being the Miser. And the Miser often thinks that they're being the King of Pentacles. But the King of Pentacles is coming from a place of abundance, and the Miser is coming from a place where that character can't lose, can't allow themselves to let go of things maybe they need to let go of. Can't really allow in true abundance because they're so afraid of loss. So I feel like do not be so risk averse that you can't allow in abundance. This doesn't mean that, you need to make foolish decisions, because the King of Pentacles tends to make very practical decisions. This isn't about betting, but it is about, rather than holding on to everything because of fear of loss, the King of Pentacles, they'll invest in things that will make them more, so yeah, there's something that needs to be emotionally walked away from, something that is unfulfilling. We have the Seven of Wands, and Seven of Wands can be about putting up a barrier. It could be about setting boundaries. It could also be fighting for what matters to you. So I feel like what you need to know is that there might be something that actually will matter to you, and be willing to fight for it, because it looks like it brings great blessings. But there's a requirement for a choice. Because without a choice, things cannot be balanced. It's just too much juggling. Clarity on the Queen of Cups. We have death. Death is transition. Death is change. Death is one thing needs to change for another thing to be reborn. So right now, since there are two decisions that need to be made, I feel like don't just avoid making the decision. It'll just keep everything off balance because you need to choose. But the upside is one of your choices moving forward is satisfying, is blessed, but it might be also different from what you have done before, which will make it uncomfortable. But uncomfortable is not the same thing as unhealthy. Just means something's different. And it looks like you are in store for a passionate new beginning. This is probably something that you've had some kind of inspiration regarding in the past. But right now you're at a state where you're being shown a cycle and having to decide whether you want to relive that past cycle or whether you want to learn the lessons from that cycle so you can have greater success. So there is a need, rather than, being in a place where you are just too afraid to lose, to be in a place where there is generosity, where you're in a place where you're willing to give, and you're in a place where you're willing to receive as well, in practical, real terms. What does pile number 2 need to know? Do something kind for someone you love today. Flowers, foot rubs, small gift. It's important to show them that they matter. Yeah, if for some reason you haven't been showing up in generosity, maybe because of fears that you may have had, make sure that you are showing up and doing nice, kind things for people. What do you need to know right now? Independence. There's maybe a decision that you might need to make on your own. Maybe you are going to have to do something independently, or what about independence? There's something more there, so I'm going to pull another card. And there is fear, anxiety, worry. So I feel like you might be in a spot where you're being asked to take independence from your worry, from your fear. Because I feel like that fear might make you dig into things and not necessarily take the opportunity. We also have the Golden Crown. The Golden Crown is about compassion. It's about being the kind of compassionate person that makes the world a better place for you being in it. So, regardless of your worries and fears, just make sure that your actual actions are showing up in a compassionate way. We have intimacy. Face and embrace all parts of yourself. So there might be some kind of new beginning you're going to have regarding intimacy, especially since it was on top of the knight, not the knight, the Ace of Wands. But I feel like right now you're being asked to be strong. I feel like you're being asked to work on your strength. And part of that is overcoming some of your fears. What does pile number 2 need to know right now? Right now, there's an opportunity at healing. Right now, there is a connection that's going to offer you good fortune. Again, maybe that is a reason why to make sure that you're being generous in your connections. I feel like it's going to come back to you as well. We have the seahorse, and the seahorse often for me is about it's about a good father or a good protective masculine influence. We have Howlite, so there's a need to be calm as much as possible. Again, because like your fears might have you hold back when you should give. Your fears might have you, not take the chance of the success that is before you. So right now, it's time to concentrate on making sure your basic needs are met so that you can work on greater things. So I hope that this helped you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 11,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. Thank you again to everybody who has been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. If you want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. And thank you to everybody who, who has been subscribing and being part of the giveaway. Just thank you to everybody who's been sending their good thoughts and kind words. So my gorgeous angel, it's time for pile number 3. Pile number 3, my gorgeous angels. How are they feeling about you? Oh, sorry. I got in the wrong reading. What do you need to know right now? 10 of Wands. What do you need to know right now? 10 of Coins. What do you need to know right now? Queen of Wands. What do you need to know right now? 4 of Coins. There's something being held on to that is best released, best let go of. And it may be something that you have some kind of fear of letting go of. But it seems to be blocking your real prosperity. Seems to be blocking, like holding on to this, not letting go of this, seems to be in the way of long-term prosperity, happiness. And we have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Passion, the Queen of Fire, the person who goes after what they want. So clarity, what do you need to know right now? So this could be you, this could be what they want you to go after. But I feel like autonomy is in your hands. The ability to take action on this is in your hands. What is best released for the gorgeous and talented pile number 3? There is some sort of healing that will allow you to release something that you may up till now have been unable to release. Clarity on the 4 of Pentacles. What is being held on to out of fear? We have a King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. Maybe some sort of partner. What about this partner? 6 of Pentacles. And there may be somebody where there was some kind of luck having this person in your life, and I think that rather than the generosity needed, I feel like somebody maybe withheld too much. Maybe this was you, maybe this was the other partner, but it feels like there might have been a compatibility, but a lack of giving. But the only way there could have been prosperity there was luck there was from a place of mutual generosity. Clarity on the Queen of Wands, which left this lack of generosity led to somebody's needs not being met. Maybe this person feeling like they were on the outside. Clarity is, so this is like the opposite of the 10 of it's the 10 of Cups. I thought it was the 10 of Coins. Yes, it is the 10 of Coins. I just saw the C. So 10 of Coins is about prosperity, abundance. So it does look like maybe whether this was a romantic person or somebody that's not romantic, it feels like instead of giving generosity, when all that would have taken, when generosity was all that it would have taken to have real luck in a situation, it ended in something where there was severe lack due to somebody else's maybe not wanting to give, not wanting to lose. Clarity on the 10 of Coins. However, there still is an ability for long-term success, blessings, and joy. But I feel like whatever happened here, it still requires some kind of healing. What do you want the gorgeous and talented pile 3 to know right now? King of Swords. Now the King of Swords can be somebody who's gone through a little bit of an ordeal and maybe is protecting their heart. Is certainly making decisions from a logical place. What does pile number 3 need to know right now? 3 of Wands. Right now, it's important to look to, this is the 3 of Wands, so it's important to look towards your long-term happiness, your long-term success. Regardless of what happened with this other person, with this other situation, with whoever this was that may have chosen, you know, lack and fear over abundance and generosity. What does the gorgeous and talented pile 3, what do they need to know? Oh no, rolled over my card. We have the 6 of Swords. There is a need to move on to calmer waters, away from whatever left you in a state of lack, whatever left you without. Do not be afraid to move forward. Do not be afraid to look to what your long term is. Don't be afraid to heal. What does pile number 3 need to know right now? Ooh. I feel like somebody who was meant to bring you some kind of abundance brought you lack, gave you lack, but it was because of something that they were afraid to lose. So unfortunately, they may have created lack for you. Take practical actions moving forward. There's still, you know, there's still a happy future for you. There's still long-term happiness, abundance, and gain. So if this person, you know, chose poorly, and I do believe that this person chose poorly because there was going to be a great deal of good fortune for this person had they been generous with you. But regardless of what this person does, do what you can to move forward. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Right now, there is something that you're holding on that does not serve you. Release it so that you can have the happiness and the joy that you deserve. I understand that that's not necessarily easy, but self-worth. There's a need to choose your own happiness and self-worth over the poor choices of other people. What does the gorgeous and talented pile 3 need to know right now? Fresh start. There is going to be some kind of promise of abundance, of goodness, of love from a fresh start, but you may have to offer up what has not worked out. What do you need to know right now? You are responsible for your energy. This doesn't mean that somebody gets to mistreat you because of your energy, but you're responsible for what you do, for what you choose, for if you just lay down and live in the lack that this person may have left you in, or whether you take practical steps going forward. You are responsible for your healing, even if that might not seem fair, because you may not have been the one who hurt you. But the healing process is important, and releasing what is only a burden to you so that you can have real joy and real prosperity in your future. I'm trying to get that sun out. Your self-worth is more important. So, if this was a romantic relationship, if this was a familial relationship, if this was a business relationship, do not stay in the place of lack that this person left you in. Because that's not where your blessings lie. We have death, and death is change, transition. Maybe there has been some kind of transition. Maybe some things need to end for new things to happen. But we have sweetness, a sense of home, comfort. We have the star, which is healing. We have appreciation. You truly deserve to be appreciated. We have I. That could be somebody's initial, or it could just be a need to focus on yourself. I'm going to get some clarity for I. We have the Page of Swords. Knowing what you know, observing what you've observed, what are you going to do? Because your happiness is not completely behind you. And while it might be hard to let go, because I feel like somebody came into your life that was supposed to offer you abundance and instead chose to offer you lack. You still have your future ahead of you. You still have abundance ahead of you. You still have blessings from the universe ahead of you. And the best thing to do is to care for yourself, to have enough self-worth so that you don't stay in this place of lack. Even if you were put there by somebody who was supposed to do better by you, they won't have the luck and the prosperity that they would have had they done right by you. But ultimately, like how you deal with the situation, this person doing you wrong, well, that is on them. But what you do about the rest of your life, that's on you. And there's an ability for you to be happy. But you're just going to have to figure out how to move past the lack that somebody who was not generous put you through. And you might have to reconcile with the fact that you did have some kind of real compatibility with this person. All except for the choices that they made. So I wish you the absolute best. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate you. If you want a free reading, I'm giving away 2. Woo! As soon as I hit 11,000 subscribers. Just make sure you are subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. Thank you again for everybody who has been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. It's time for my gorgeous pile number 4s. Pile number 4s, my gorgeous angels. What do you need to know right now? 9 of Cups. Right now it is important to focus on personal happiness. Maybe even be a little bit indulgent. There is upcoming abundance in your life. But we have the 9 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords is fears, anxieties, worries. And the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands might be something that you are holding on to, some difficult ending that is best released. It will be much lighter once you are able to release it. So clarity on the 9 of Swords. And I do feel like it's interesting because we have Cups, Coins, Swords, and Wands. First 4 cards, all 4 suits. We have the 8 of Cups. So there is a need to look deep inside yourself and ask what is unfulfilling for you. Because I feel like where you're going to have real fulfillment is it's going to come from a place of you working on your joy, your happiness, you being somewhat indulgent. But I feel like there is a need to walk away from what does not fulfill you. Clarity on the 9 of Swords. I'm going to use this. Yeah. There is a new beginning. A new passionate beginning after something has ended. So despite fears that you might have about starting over again, I feel like you need to give yourself some kind of permission to do that. Because just because one cycle did not end well does not mean that abundance isn't available to you. It does not mean that happiness is available to you. Just means that there has been an ending. There's an opportunity for a new beginning. Clarity on the 10 of Wands. The Knight of Swords. So there is a call to take some kind of action. The King of Swords is not, it's not the King of Swords, it's the Knight of Swords. I can do things. The Knight of Swords is somebody who takes takes logical actions. Maybe there's a need to communicate, but also this is the fastest moving knight. So there might just be a need for you to do what you can to like speed up, there, take some kind of fast action regarding like letting old cycles that don't serve you go. Clarity on the 10 of coins, happiness, long-term joy. Yeah. There are some things that you might not be happy about right now. Do not concentrate on them so strongly that you don't recognize the offer that you will receive that is going to lead to long-term happiness, joy, abundance. So there's going to be a need to not get so lost in your fears, your worries, that you don't allow in the Ace of Cups, a new satisfying beginning. Because I feel like if you let yourself, I feel like you're going to be very happy, very satisfied. And it may even lead to love. Maybe you have been hurt in the past, and that is keeping you from taking any offers that are being extended to you. So new beginning in love, new passionate beginning, and we have the 10 of Pentacles again and the Book of Secrets. So the open book can be the Book of Knowledge, the closed book is the Book of Secrets. I only really have the one book in here, so I feel like there is some kind of knowledge that is going to lead to long-term happiness and abundance. Long-term abundance. Clarity on the Knight of Swords. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Home. So there is an opportunity for people who care about you, places that you are secure. What does the gorgeous and talented pile number 4 need to know right now? Take a moment and observe. Really observe with your emotions involved. Like, what's going on? What's going on around you? What's going on with you? Because the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. But you can entirely get lost in so much anxiety that your eyes will be closed. So right now, you are being asked to look toward what you want in the future. What do you want instead of what are you afraid of? Yeah, I feel like you've been through something that has made you defensive, has made you feel like you need to protect yourself. And I feel like you're still dealing with some of that injury. Yeah, 9 of Wands clarifying 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands is like fighting despite being hurt. You may have had a lot of things happen. You may have had a lot of things to be worried about. You may have had a lot of, aggression put in your direction. But what if your luck is changing? What if you are moving towards abundance? I feel like there is a need to lower your guard enough that something good can happen to you. so that you can emotionally move forward. Because you're going to have some kind of opportunity at a really big win, some great success. Excuse me. Yeah. The first thing I thought was rebirth with the mask. So there, the Pharaoh's mask. You are in a stage where you are having to go through some kind of rebirth. Again, I feel like there are reasons why you are frightened. There are reasons why you are defensive. But that being said, you need to be able to clearly look at the situation and decide, as much as possible to choose your own happiness, to allow yourself to love and be loved, to walk away from things that don't fulfill. And Spirit really wants you to know that you are strong, you are powerful. But old thoughts, they're going to have to evolve, because how things currently are is not how they can be sustained. It's not sustainable. We do have, in case of serious accident, call a priest. So I feel like, again, this didn't come out of nowhere. You did have something go wrong. There are reasons why you're anxious. There are reasons why, you're injured from fighting. But don't let that keep you from your future happiness. Don't be so focused on that you cannot allow yourself to succeed. We have the spinning top. So I feel like you have probably had to do a lot to keep things going. That being said, long-term happiness is available to you. Again, long-term abundance is available to you. The best case scenarios are available to you. Your luck is changing. We have the letter G, and we have in. In what? Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is somebody that's, it's the Thief card. It's possible that maybe somebody took something from you. Somebody was not honest. I don't think it's you, because we have all these good things coming for you. But we have the Seven of Swords. So I feel like you may be very defensive and frightened because you ran into somebody who chose poorly, acted in bad character. And I feel like this person's actions may have become some kind of, with the mountain, some kind of block to you. And while it's okay to not be okay with this person's actions, I feel like it's much more important to focus on your happiness and let your happiness lead to the real fulfillment that you deserve. Don't let somebody's actions block you from having happiness. Because the sun is going to come out, blessings are on their way, but you're still going to have to choose them, to take them. Seven of Swords came out again. I feel like there might be a lot of fear, because if one person can be really dishonest, then can't other people? Yes, but you don't need to open yourself up to everybody. However, you might need to do your best to put yourself in a position so you allow yourself to take the right offer. Allow yourself to have a new beginning. Don't let this person's poor character keep you from the happiness and abundance and joy that you truly deserve. So, you're being asked to believe in yourself. Believe in you regardless of what of the poor character actions of somebody else. What else does pile number 4 need to know? We have Awaken on top of Sun. Sun is also an awakening card. So it's time to have an awakening. Just because somebody was awful doesn't mean that everybody's awful. Just because somebody was awful doesn't mean that you deserved being treated poorly. And just because somebody was awful doesn't mean that you won't have real abundance and joy if you allow yourself to have it and don't just focus on loss or focus on what you're not happy about. Internet, embrace the fact that you are the world. There may be something that is bigger than just you here. Again, sometimes somebody's poor behavior, if you've done something wrong and somebody's mad at you, that's one thing. But sometimes people's poor behavior has nothing to do with you and everything to do with who they are. True offering. True offering takes what can be, True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Maybe you are carrying some kind of cross that this person, that somebody put on you. But it's time to release it. It's time to let it go. Because you releasing this is an offering up to the love that you actually deserve, to the happiness that you actually deserve, to the abundance that you actually deserve. Anything else for my gorgeous angels? Another one of these. Get active, stay active, trust me. So, I mean, if you are capable of exercise, maybe it is something that will be good for you to do. I understand not everybody has the medical ability or the safety to do so, so don't harm yourself. But also, don't let this person, whatever this person's actions were, don't let them put you at a standstill. So do what you need to do. And I feel like part of your awakening process is believing in the person that you are, is believing in, And then there may be a need to fight for what you believe in, and there's a reason that you should be believing in you. So by the transitive property, bringing geometry back, there's a reason for you to fight for you. Not just fear that something's going to happen, but like, what do you want? And be willing to like let go of things that other people put on you. They don't really get to do that. So I wish you the absolute best. Thank you so much. I hope this helped. You want to book with me? My email's in the description right below the timestamps. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much.